I'm Paula Zahn in New York City, and we're on the case just across the river in Long Island, New York. Our story centers around the mysterious murder of Alex Algieri. People who knew him said he had no enemies, but someone wanted him dead. That contradiction would stump police in the months that followed his cold-blooded killing. Authorities were ready to close the book on the murder of Alex Algieri. Ralph Salerno admitted to the shooting in the Dolphin Gym parking lot. He told police he accidentally killed Alex, and the man he meant to murder was Paula Reidel, the husband of the woman he loved. But Ralph had another confession, one that would turn the case upside down all over again. In April 2002, police took Ralph Salerno into custody for the murder of Alex Algieri. When he started talking, what he told them was shocking. Ralph said that he and Lee Ann Reidel didn't end their affair after her reconciliation with Paul, and they continued seeing each other even after the murder of Alex Algieri. If they didn't believe him, Ralph had proof. Lee Ann's new baby boy, born less than a year after the murder, wasn't Paul's. It was his. According to police, Lee Ann knew she would be a suspect if Paul was murdered while they were in the process of a divorce. So when she arrived back in New York, she pretended to reconcile with Paul.
When her husband was killed, she could, portray the grieving widow, the grieving, distraught, devastated widow.
But the entire plan fell apart when instead of killing Lee Ann's husband, Ralph Salerno mistakenly murdered Alex Algieri.
When Lee Ann reconciled with Paul, Ralph saw his lady and perhaps whatever money he thought was coming to them starting to slip away. And as it became clearer and clearer that this reconciliation was real, Ralph Salerno did what he did.
Lee Ann says after the murder, Paul just wasn't the same. He was crazy with paranoia, and things between them soured. Soon, she was back with Ralph Salerno. But Lee Ann claims Ralph never gave her any indication he had killed Alex Algieri.
We all know people lie. They lie in their daily lives. We know people lie on the stand. And when you add the idea that I'm looking at jail time, and a lot of jail time. Now, if I testify and do the right thing, I can avoid that.
James Kousouros is Lee Ann's attorney for her appeal. He did not represent her at trial.
You have Pagliante's testimony, which we would submit is absolutely self-serving, incredible, and does not make sense. But there's no other evidence. There is no other evidence that indicates knowledge on her part. None whatsoever. There was no motive at all for Lee Ann Reidel to do this. There was every motive, on the other hand, for Salerno to do what he did.